Hi everyone, Scrappy Cathy here with my half and half challenge page for Bramble Fox. And this month, if you've been out to the Bramble Fox Friends Facebook page, you know that our challenge is to use only half of the white space on your page. You can use like all the left side or the right side or the top side or the bottom side or just a little bit in the middle. But the point is to leave lots of white space around it. So given that, I decided that I would use this. This is a piece I made probably over a year ago, where I took this stencil and I used it for brushing color through so that the lines were white, the paper lines showed through. And then I decided to put some ink on my Tim Holtz craft mat and dip the stencil in it, and then try doing it on white paper so that you'd see the lines. And as you can see, the ink pooled in certain areas and it didn't reach other areas, and maybe I didn't press down hard enough there, but I loved the way it came out. But I had trouble trying to figure out how to use it. So today I'm going to concentrate most of my layout, my photo and embellishments, mostly over this field. I'll have a few things and the title out here. So first thing I'm going to do, I've cut some of the pieces from Paper Snips number 27, and this is the stencil that came in the June Foxbox Plus, and I will find out the name of the stencil for you. One thing that I tried to do, I had picked some florals for the page, which are these, and I cut the paper snips that kind of had compatible colors. My title is going to be this, which I think is going to go nicely with the kind of the mauve-y look of things. And when I cut this to be just half a page, I cut this off of it. And so I tried a color that I thought went nicely with that flower. It's called Tattered Rose. And I just kind of applied the color inside some of the areas just to see how it would look. And I like the way it looks, so I'm going to do it on the one that I'm going to use. I'm going to toss that one in the trash, in the recycle bin, if you will. So I'm just going to kind of do what I did there, which is just run this like so around the edge, and then I'll fill in some of the frames like this, and I'm fine with it being very subtle. I don't really, just so that I don't get anything on my clean white paper, I'm gonna do that. I thought about maybe coloring in some of the detail ones like these, but since the lines are not precise, I don't want to try to do any coloring that is precise. I think that kind of defeats the purpose. In fact, I want this to look like I've gone a bit out of the lines, and that's perfectly fine for me. Okay, I think that's probably all I'm going to do. I thought about maybe trying to do this part, but I think I'll leave that alone. Okay, I'm going to use these for something else, and I need to, you'll see why I need to do this fairly soon. I don't want to have to put the stencil down and try to color through the stencil if I'm not, I don't know why that matters, why I had to turn that over. It's just that I kind of knew it. I'm not going to, well, I'll do one or two of these. I can leave the backing on those because it'll still prop the paper up. But I do want it to stick down at some point. So I'm gonna space this in the center. So that's standing up, and I'm happy with that. So I've got this little clipboard that I want to mount the photo on, and I want to have it maybe over here like this. And I want this butterfly to be here, and I'm going to use a bee because we're talking about Barrett here. He's the guy, and I have a bee that kind of has wings that are that color. I didn't realize I had that, but I like it. And so for both the bee and the butterfly, I want to have one of these trails, and I have taped off the ones on either side of the one I plan to use, and I'm going to kind of run it like that. So I need to get this on and then I'll do it like that, and that kind of curves up. And this I'm going to do it a little wonky there. And I want to mount this on the clipboard, and I'll do the bee someplace else. But let's see what we're going to do. I want the stenciling to start right there, and I'm going to use this same color so it's fairly subtle, but I think it'll show up nicely on the, let me kind of lift that up a bit to make sure it goes all the way under. And I'm just kind of circling around with this. I have a different applicator that I thought I might use, but this fits on my finger so nicely. Okay, so that works. It makes me think I need to pull this down. So that it leads straight up to the butterfly. And I love how that looks. Now, I plan to use these flowers here. And there's one that's kind of mauve-ish. And I want to add the leaf cluster there. And I have foam support holding the leaves up, and I've kind of curled them a little bit. I'm only going to remove the backing on one just to make sure it's stuck down. I forget which one and the others can just kind of curl up as they wish, and that foam will keep them from falling down in the from falling down in when you from flattening when you put it in an album. Sorry, I can't think and scrap at the same time, I guess. I'm going to put the bee right here, and I'll do, or maybe I'll have it here, and I'll have the trail coming out that way. Let me put it there. And now I'm going to take this and run it a different way. Okay, so I do need to take the bee up. I was afraid I would. Let me get it right there. And I could have kind of guesstimated it, and it would have been fine. I just kind of like doing things backwards and, you know, taking things apart and making a total mess out of things. seems to be the way I roll. Okay, and now, and that, like I said, I will tell you the stencil, the name of that stencil. Okay, so I've got two little trails, and they look a little bit different because I ran them different ways. And now I'm going to put the title here. I think I'm going to put it further down. I will, because I'm trying to keep things closer in that way anyway. And then I love this color so much. It's not exactly mauve. It's not exactly purple. It's not exactly pink. It's not exactly burgundy, but it could kind of behave as any one of those. It would work with any one of those. And I've got this little heart, and these came together in the July Fox box. I will get the name of the set. I think it's just available in the Fox box now because is that right? Yeah, that's the July one. I've got this little, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to bring the fox, the flower up over the clipboard. I've got this little guy that I thought I could use right there, but I don't think, I don't want to separate the little, I love this so much and want to use it. It would be best kind of by the photo. I don't want to hide the outline of that. I may just put that away. I have lots of other goodies. I want to use this arrow. Oh, okay. How about I do this and put that there, and then I add a third little element. I think that's going to work. I want that parallel with the bottom of the page, or do I want it maybe at the same angle as that? Let's do that, although this now is going to want to be at an angle. I'm going to move it back like that, and I'm going to put glue here. And I have that which can go there. I think that's good. I'm going to line it right up with that so that it kind of has that. That still leaves me over half a page of white space. And I'm going to sprinkle these flowers around close to the floral cluster. I'm going to put this word strip that says "so much fun" up actually on the photo, and then I will put a flower up on the clipboard. And that's a picture of Barrett and his girlfriend Sky at Ava and James's birthday gathering, which was, I'm going to put this out here, which was at a place called Main Event, and it has video games and a climbing area. It's really a fun place. And let's see, I'm gonna put the two hearts there actually. I might do this right there. And then I'll take the two mauve hearts. Oops, I forgot to peel the back of this heart. Okay, and now I'm going to do a few little enamel dots in a color that goes nicely with the colors in the flowers. I'll put a couple. There's a little bit of smursh. We can't have any smursh left. And because this is a big one, I'm going to kind of tuck it under the flower, and then I'll do a medium-sized one to kind of make a triangle with that. This one is another just pear that I'm doing, and do that right there. And then let's see, I think I might just go with this medium blue one. Okay, I think I'm done. And one thing that I'm going to add, I'm going to add some sprinkles, some splatters in a minute, but I want to kind of edge the page, give it a relief from the totally white without having a high contrast look. And that blends in so well to the paper. I think it will look nice. And so I'm having it go into the paper a little bit more in some areas than in others, and then really hitting the edge with it. That just kind of ties it together, and since togetherness is kind of the theme of the page, I thought that might be appropriate. I never have a plan for doing this, but sometimes it just, I'm working with a color that I think, ooh, I could do this with it, and I want to just do it to that page too. And then I'll do it here as well. And I actually got that idea when I was telling you that I thought about filling that in. I thought, oh, I could do something on the edge of it and carry it all around. Okay, so it's done, except for the splatters. I'm going to close up my glue and put this applicator here. I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to cover the photo and a lot of the embellishments, but I may move it around kind of like this because I want some splatters there. And the splatters are Heidi Swapp Color Shine in an amethyst color. And I haven't used it in a while, so I really have to shake it up so the microparticles will distribute through the liquid, so I'll get that shine. And you can see the mica building up at the bottom there, and you just kind of shake it. I am creating bubbles, and that doesn't matter. It might matter if I were going for a really even kind of a spray, but I'm just going for splatters. Let me get right up in here. Okay. There we go. And I think that still leaves me with enough white space that I can honestly say that I did the challenge. I hope you have some ideas and are inspired to get out and try the challenge. I'm moving things away because I don't want anything, well, I guess that can stay there. Don't want anything to touch this. I'm gonna let those dry naturally. Normally with shiny sprays, I will go over it with a paper towel roll, but that's when it's flat. Right now, my paper towel would not hit these because it would be lifted up by that. And so I'm going to let it dry naturally, and it won't be quite as shiny. You won't have quite the sheen, but the color will be true. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll check out my blog on bramblefox.co.uk, and that's also where you'll find the shop. But click on the blog link and you can see some close-ups and hear more detail about how I created the page, although you watched me while I created it. Thanks for watching. Bye.